Hi, I'm Alex Klansko, and welcome to Motorsports Thoughts. This weekend, the NASCAR 2026 season kicks off with the Daytona 500, one of the biggest races in all of motorsports. And to get you prepared for this big event, I'm going to be going over the biggest storylines heading into the 2026 NASCAR season. Can William Byron go back-to-back-to-back in the Daytona 500? Now, to give some context, William Byron won the 2024 and 2025 Daytona 500s. With the 2025 Daytona 500 win, he led 10 laps out of the 201 total. Now, here's the thing. No single NASCAR driver has ever won 3 in a row. There's been 5 drivers that's won 2 in a row, though. That being obviously William Byron in 2024 and 2025, Denny Hamlin in 2019 and 2020, Sterling Martin in 1994 and 1995, Carl Yarborough in 1983 and 1984, and the 7-time champ Richard Petty in 1973 and 1974. Now, it's going to be pretty tough for Byron to win it. Obviously, the past 2, he got a little lucky winning both. In 2025, a last lap crash between the 2 leaders, including Denny Hamlin, put Byron at the forefront of the race, and he ended up taking it home after another major crash later in that lap. Also, winning at super speedways is super hard, especially back-to-back or even back-to-back-to-back. You know, you have these drafting style tracks like Daytona, like Talladega, where if you're not in the pack, you're going to fall way behind. The pack is the most important part. And of course you can maneuver around inside that pack, but it's unpredictable. There's always the big one, which takes out a good chunk of the field, or at least the top 2 drivers or whatever. It takes out a lot of cars. It's hard to win at a super speedway. I mean, just last year in the fall race for Daytona, the 2025 Coke Zero Sugar 400, you had Justin Haley and Cole Custer leading laps at the end of the race. Only a screw-up by the 2 leaders led to Ryan Blaney winning it. Ryan Blaney, if they just stood in their lane, Blaney wouldn't have had a chance to win it. But they veered off of the lane, and Blaney got a huge run down the outside and won it. It's very unpredictable, especially at Daytona. And for that reason, I'm going to say it's extremely unlikely, but it is possible. And although we've never seen it done before, if any driver can do it, it surely is William Byron. Next up, can Kyle Larson repeat in the new chase format? Now, again, some context. Kyle Larson won the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Championship in the final race in the playoffs. He finished 3rd in the race, and that was the highest out of the 4 drivers left, and he won it. But he hasn't won a championship outside of that playoff format. But here's some other drivers that haven't won a championship outside of that system. Joey Logano, he's won in 2018, 2022, and 2024, all for Penske Racing. Ryan Blaney won in 2023 for Penske Racing. Chase Elliott in 2020. Kyle Busch in 2015 and 2019 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Martin Truex Jr. in 2017 and Kevin Harvick in 2014. All those drivers haven't won outside of that previous format. Now, the previous format was basically a thing since 2014, although it really started to pick up in 2017 to 2025, which is where that current last format was. It did change a little bit between the original 2014 format and the 2017 format, and then the 2017 format continued until 2025. But even taking out Harvick and one of Busch's championships, people haven't won outside of it. The only driver that had, Jimmy Johnson in 2016. And he won during the previous format in the 2000s called The Chase, which is what the current format is, plus or minus some tweaks. So can Kyle Larson repeat? He has the best car, if not the second best car, all around for every track. I would say he has the best car overall for every track. And he's also the best driver in the sport. Yes, did he get outdriven by Denny Hamlin last year? Yes. Did he need an insane amount of luck in that final race last season to win the championship? Also, yes. But he did it. He's a 2-time champion now. And he is the best all-around driver in NASCAR. If he can finish races, my opinion is yes. Kyle Larson will be your 2026 champion because all around, He is the best driver. He has the best car. And those two combinations, he has a shot, at least, right? Next up, can Denny Hamlin rebound? Denny Hamlin lost the 2025 championship. He came in second overall, but why did he come in second? He was leading over 200 laps during the race. There was only 300 laps in that race. He led over 200 of them. Well, with 3 laps to go, William Byron blew a tire, and Denny took 4, and his rival, Kyle Larson, took 2. Larson ended up overtaking him, and Denny couldn't persevere like he did the previous restart. Also, during the offseason, Denny Hamlin sadly lost his father in a house fire. So rest in peace, Mr. Hamlin. You will be missed. And that certainly shook Denny up, as it would anyone, to be honest. His mom was also in the house at the time, was in critical condition. She is making a recovery as we speak, so that's good. And that's hard for somebody, for anybody. No matter what you're doing, no matter what job you have, no matter how far along you are in life, that's a hard thing to swallow. And in my mind, the question is, can Denny get back to that mindset from last year? That mindset that led him to 6 wins. Denny Hamlin is a trooper. He's a trooper. And no matter what happens this season with Denny Hamlin, being able to persevere through what he's been through the past couple of months, it's incredible. It is actually incredible to see him persevere and go in with a mindset that I feel like few people would have after the loss of a parent and the critical condition of another. Rest in peace, Mr. Hamlin. The penultimate story. Will Riley Herbst be dropped by 2311 before the end of the season? For people who don't know who Riley Herbst is, he was a prospect that came out of the Xfinity Series for last year. He was a rookie last year. And he finished 35th among 36 qualified full-time drivers. The only driver he finished above was Cody Ware, who Cody Ware's equipment is terrible. That car Cody Ware has is awful. 2311's car is not awful. Bubba Wallace won a race. And Tyler Reddick was close to winning many races and still made the playoffs. Right? Bubba Wallace could have had 3 wins last season if things went his way. Right? Not just 1, but 3. So the car is fast. It's one of the best cars on the grid. Now, who will they drop him for if they drop him for a driver? Corey Heim. Heim time, baby. Heim won the Truck Series last year in dominant fashion. 12 wins, 19 top 5s, 21 top 10s, no DNFs, all in 25 races. And yeah, he led 1,627 laps last year. The next driver with the most laps led, Lane Riggs, with 495 laps. Corey Heim damn near quadrupled the amount of laps led to the next best driver. The dude is unbelievable. He is the second best talent in all of NASCAR, to only Connor Zilisch. And Connor Zilisch is racing in the Cup. I'm pretty sure there's a stat out there called top 20s. I think Riley Herbst only has a handful. He has no top 10s, no top 5s, no wins, and a 2311 car that is extremely competitive. Now, Denny Hamlin was asked in a press conference, what about Herbst? Because Denny Hamlin owns 2311 with Michael Jordan, hence the 23 for Michael Jordan and the 11 for Denny Hamlin. He said he needs to perform. Now, will he? Who knows? Maybe last year was a fluke. Also, Heim is racing in the Cup Series for a couple of races, and if he outperforms Herbst by a lot, there is no doubt in my mind that Herbst will be let go, and Heim will take over. I'd give it about maybe 3/4 of the year, maybe even half. The final storyline. How will Connor Zilisch perform in his rookie season? Connor Zilisch, the best talent we have seen arguably since Jeff Gordon came through the ranks. He dominated the Xfinity Series in 2025, 10 wins, most in the series, and a record for rookies in that series. 20 top 5s, that's the most. 23 top 10s, that's the most. 1,013 laps led, that's second most. In only 32 races, he missed a race because he hurt his back at Talladega in an accident that was horrific. He came back 2 weeks later to race. He also fell out of his car and hurt his collarbone. He didn't sit out that race, that next race. Kind of. Parker Kligerman actually came in for relief at the first caution, and Kligerman drove that car, that junior motorsports car, to a win. But Zilisch ran the first couple of laps, and he didn't look bad. And he missed out on the championship in the Xfinity Series, now O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, heartbreakingly. Jesse Love, his best friend, beat him to the championship. And the sad thing about that is, Connor Zilisch had more wins than Jesse Love had top 5s. And that's not a knock on Jesse Love. He's the 3rd best prospect in all of NASCAR. Anyway, how will he do in the Cup Series Well, he's a road course demon. You saw last year in the O'Reilly Auto Parts / Xfinity Series that he went toe-to-toe with Shane Van Gisbergen, who is arguably the greatest road course driver we have ever seen in the history of NASCAR. He has won 5 straight, and Connor Zilisch in the Xfinity Series took it to SVG a couple of times and even won a couple of the races versus SVG. Connor Zilisch is that guy on road courses, and I have no doubt in my mind that he will be challenging SVG on road courses in the Cup Series. He's also great on ovals, better than SVG on ovals, and that means something. You know, Connor Zilisch improved heavily throughout last season on ovals, and I have no doubt in my mind that in this Cup car he will be improving even more. He is arguably the best prospect since Jeff Gordon, and he might even be the best prospect in NASCAR history. And there's no doubt in my mind that Connor Zilisch will be great this season in the Cup Series, although there might be some growing pains in the beginning. My guess for Zilisch, 2 wins on the season and 12th in the standings. He will be making the playoffs, and that's it for me. Those are some of the biggest storylines heading into the 2026 NASCAR season. I'm Alex Klansko of UCTV Sports, and thank you for watching.